I'm interested to know what your degree was, what you got your degree in.
Bachelor's in psychology.
Oh, that's awesome. What inspired you to get that degree?
Oh, so for me, when I was a little kid, I loved to talk to people. I'm the kind of
Mhm.
guy that can talk to someone on the phone for hours and hours and hours. And I've always been like that since I was a little kid. So as I started talking to people for so long and for so many hours, I then started to realize, hey, I'm pretty good at giving people advice now. I'm pretty good at understanding people now because I've spent so much time talking to so many people on the phone for so long. So I just developed this niche to want to help people and want to talk to people and want to talk people through their problems. So then, boom, I just fell right into the line with psychology and never switched. Even since I graduated in 2012,
Mhm.
I never, ever, ever had any job outside of the realm of psychology. I've always stayed in the psychology career field.
Wow, that is dope because a lot of times, especially with my generation, when we graduate, we end up getting jobs outside of our career field before we even get a job in our career field. So that's
Yeah,
really cool to hear.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, this is a bit of a selfish question. I am
Now, ask
in
me whatever you want. I'm an open book.
awesome. So I'm in that after graduating college phase. And as a person with albinism, having low vision, what are some tips that you have for people in my shoes and for me in that process of post graduation?
In terms of finding a job or in terms of what?
Finding a job.
Okay. So this might be a question that's not necessarily pertaining only to the people with albinism, but an advice that can
Mhm.
help anybody post graduation.
Mhm.
Thing number one, be relentless with your job applications. When you
Mm.
graduate with your degree, apply for job after job. I think in the heat of the moment, I would apply to 10 jobs a day, at
Wow.
least 10 jobs a day, every single day. And if you do make a network or a contact with somebody, keep in
Mhm.
contact with them. There were times where I would interview for a job, they would not select me, but I would have the email of the hiring manager and I would reply to him every so often and say, hey, do you have any openings now? If not, I'd contact him back a month later. Hey, do you have any openings now? So be very, very relentless in your application process. Keep applying to job after job. Another thing is do not be afraid to apply to jobs that may look like they're above your level. There are times where I've applied for jobs that said master's degree, and I only have my bachelor's in psychology. I've applied to jobs that said they wanted a master's degree and got offered that position. So um, continue to apply to jobs relentlessly. Don't be afraid to apply to jobs that you may think are above your level, and keep constant communication with the people that you do make communications with. And don't be afraid to take that entry level position just to have that resume builder. Because a lot of times you might see a position where it's like, it's in my field, but I don't really want to do it. Forget that. Can apply for that, take that job, even if it's a job you really don't want to do. As long as it's in your field, take it, use it as a resume builder, use it as a stepping stone, and work your way up. You will not have any problems if you follow those steps.
That's awesome.